Okay, picture this. You're scrolling through Instagram, right? You're just trying to unwind after a long day, maybe even looking for a little inspiration or a laugh. You see all these happy couples posting their perfect dates and vacations. They're at the beach having candlelit dinners or just goofing around and looking so in love. It's enough to make you want to chuck your phone across the room, especially if you're stuck in a relationship that feels about as exciting as watching paint dry. You start to wonder why your relationship doesn't look like that. We've all been there, stuck in that should I stay or should I go limbo. It's like you're on a seesaw, constantly going back and forth in your mind. You know, that feeling deep down that something's not quite right, but you're scared to admit it. Maybe you're worried about being alone or you're afraid of the unknown. You talk to your friends and they tell you that you deserve better. They remind you of your worth, but it's still hard to take that leap. But here's the thing. Life's too short to waste on a relationship that's sucking the joy out of everything. You deserve to be happy, to feel loved and appreciated every single day. Take a moment to reflect on what you truly want in a relationship. Write it down if you have to. Sometimes seeing it in black and white can make things clearer. You deserve to be with someone who lights you up like a Christmas tree, not someone who makes you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. Imagine waking up every day feeling excited about your partner, not dreading the next argument. Sometimes taking a step back and spending some time alone can give you the clarity you need. Go for a walk, breathe in the fresh air, and think about what truly makes you happy. So, how do you know when it's time to finally say deuces and move on? Let's break it down. First, consider how often you feel unhappy or unfulfilled. If it's more often than not, that's a red flag. Make a list of the pros and cons of your relationship. Sometimes seeing it all laid out can help you make a more informed decision. Don't be afraid to seek professional help. A therapist can provide an unbiased perspective and help you navigate your feelings. If you decide it's time to move on, remember that it's okay to feel scared. Change is always daunting, but it's also the first step towards a better future. Embrace the possibilities that lie ahead. You deserve a relationship that brings out the best in you, one that makes you feel cherished and valued. Open yourself up to new experiences and new people. You never know where you might find the happiness you've been searching for. Remember, girl, you deserve better than that. Don't settle for anything less than extraordinary. Your happiness is worth the effort. Remember when you first started dating and you couldn't stop talking to each other? Those late-night phone calls, those endless text messages? It was like you had your own private communication network.
Fast forward to now, and you're lucky if you can get 2 words out of your partner without them rolling their eyes or scrolling through their phone. Ouch, that stings. Look, communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and when it starts to crumble, it's a major red flag. It's like trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. It's just not going to end well. So, if you find yourself constantly feeling unheard, misunderstood, or like you're talking to a brick wall, it might be time to have a serious chat with your partner, or start packing your bags. But before you do, hit that subscribe button so you don't face these struggles alone. We're here to spill the tea and empower you, Mima fam.
Remember that feeling you get when you're about to go on a first date with someone you're really excited about? The anticipation, the thrill, the endless possibilities that seem to stretch out before you. It's like the world is painted in brighter colors, and everything seems a little more magical. Those butterflies in your stomach, that goofy grin you can't seem to wipe off your face, it's a moment of pure, unfiltered joy. You're not thinking about anything else but the potential of what could be. It's a beautiful, fleeting moment where everything feels just right.
Now imagine the opposite of that. Imagine feeling like you have to put on a show every single day, smiling in social settings, laughing at jokes that aren't funny, and pretending everything is perfect when deep down you're falling apart. It's like living in a constant state of performance where the audience is everyone around you. That's what it feels like to be stuck in a relationship where you're constantly faking happiness. You're always on stage, always acting, and it's utterly exhausting. You're not just lying to your partner, you're lying to yourself, and that's a heavy burden to carry. It's exhausting, it's draining, and frankly, it's not fair to either of you. Both partners deserve to be in a relationship where they can be their true selves, where they can express their genuine emotions without fear of judgment or rejection. When you're constantly pretending, you're robbing both yourself and your partner of the chance to experience real, authentic love. Life's too short to spend it pretending to be someone you're not just to please someone else. Every moment spent faking happiness is a moment lost, a moment that could have been spent finding true joy and contentment. It's important to remember that your happiness matters, and you deserve to be with someone who values that. You deserve to be with someone who celebrates your quirks, embraces your flaws, and makes you feel like the best version of yourself. A relationship should be a safe space where you can be vulnerable, where you can share your fears and dreams without hesitation. It's about finding someone who loves you for who you are, not who you pretend to be. So if you find yourself constantly putting on a brave face for the world, but secretly crying yourself to sleep at night, it's time to face the music and maybe cue up a breakup playlist while you're at it. It's okay to admit that something isn't working. It's okay to prioritize your own well-being. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself is the first step towards finding true happiness. Reflect on what truly makes you happy. Write it down, talk to a friend, or seek professional help if needed. Understanding your own needs and desires is crucial in building a life that feels fulfilling and genuine. It's a journey, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. Find joy in the small moments. Sometimes happiness isn't about grand gestures or perfect relationships. It's about the little things that make your heart sing. A walk in the park, a favorite hobby, or even a quiet moment of reflection can bring immense joy. Embrace these moments and let them guide you towards a more authentic life. Ultimately, the goal is to live a life where your smile is genuine, where your happiness is real, and where you feel free to be yourself. It's about shedding the masks and embracing your true self. Because at the end of the day, you deserve nothing less than true, unfiltered happiness.
Section 4. Growing apart. Different paths, different destinations. Remember that couple you went to high school with? The ones who seemed inseparable, always holding hands and laughing at each other's jokes? They were the epitome of young love, the kind of couple everyone thought would last forever. The one everyone thought would get married and have 1,000,000 babies? They were the couple everyone looked up to, the ones who seemed to have it all figured out. They even started planning their future together, looking at baby clothes and imagining a life filled with joy and laughter. And then they broke up after graduation because they realized they wanted totally different things out of life? Yeah, that happens. Look, people change. It's a natural part of growing up. Sometimes the dreams you had when you were younger don't align with the person you become. They had a serious conversation in the park, realizing that their paths were diverging. It's a part of life. People grow and evolve, and sometimes that means growing apart. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a part of the journey. They started looking in opposite directions, both literally and metaphorically. What you wanted 5 years ago might not be what you want now, and that's okay. It's important to reflect on how much you've changed and grown over the years. Looking at an old photo can remind you of how far you've come and how your priorities have shifted. But it's important to make sure you and your partner are still on the same page, or at least headed in the same general direction. Communication is key. Sit down with a map and compass and discuss your future plans. Are you both still aiming for the same destination, or have your paths started to diverge? If your life goals and values no longer align, like you want to travel the world while they'd rather stay put and binge-watch Netflix, it might be time to accept that you're on different paths and wish each other well. It's a tough realization, but sometimes it's the best thing for both of you. The woman packs her suitcase, ready to explore the world, while the man lounges on the couch, content with his current lifestyle. It's a poignant moment, but it's also a reminder that it's okay to choose different paths if it means finding your own happiness. And remember, it's not the end of the world. You have friends and family who will support you through these changes. Lean on them for comfort and guidance. They can help you navigate this new chapter in your life. Take some time to reflect on your journey. Write in a journal, meditate, or simply sit in silence and think about where you want to go next. This is your life, and you have the power to shape it in a way that brings you joy and fulfillment. Every ending is a new beginning. As the sun rises over the mountain, it symbolizes the start of a new day, a new chapter. Embrace the change and look forward to the new opportunities that lie ahead. Different paths may lead to different destinations, but each one is a unique adventure waiting to be explored.
Section 5. Red flags neglect. It's not just for your plants. We've all been guilty of forgetting to water our plants every now and then. But relationships? They need constant nurturing, not just the occasional sprinkle of attention when it's convenient. Emotional neglect is a real thing, and it can be just as damaging as any other form of relationship sabotage. It's like that slow leak in your tire. You might not notice it at first, but eventually, it's going to leave you stranded on the side of the road. So, if you're constantly feeling unimportant, unappreciated, or like you're at the bottom of your partner's priority list, it's time to have a serious conversation about your needs, or start looking for a tow truck.
Section 6. Trust issues. Once a cheater, always suspect. Trust is like a mirror. Once it's broken, it's really hard to put back together again. And let's be real, infidelity can shatter that trust into a million little pieces. Look, everyone makes mistakes, and some couples can overcome the ultimate betrayal. But if you're constantly looking over your shoulder, questioning your partner's every move, or feeling like you can't believe a word they say, it might be time to face the hard truth, that the relationship is beyond repair. If you're able to watch the video till this point, then it is sure you would come around soon for our next one. And before then, we have more enough juice on the channel to go round. Until next time, bye.